He just took off on that one, and he might have just won the game for him.
I just scraped it off the top, cut it off the road, off the curve, off the block. I was already sold out of work by 10 o'clock. Too deep in the streets, felt that pain, but it meant a lot. Whenever she calls, the what I gotta do, I'm moving with a two, I paid it out the book. Yeah. Tell me what I gotta do. Pull up in a bucket crew, one for me and one for you. Yeah, like with the roof. I'm off the chain, don't cut me loose. Yeah, I'm off the chain, I'm off the noose. Yeah, getting picked off Bentley white like cotton. Residential so good, my doors don't gotta lock 'em. Watch the dirty money with oxy. I miscount cause I'm off a... Yeah, these bigger than a damn proxy. Call my he said copy. Get that plug like a boogie. I like riches, hit like nookies. You ain't scared of no, but you scared to put on your hoodie. Man, my like Woody. I just scraped it off the top, cut it off the road, off the curve, off the block. I was already sold out of work by 10 o'clock. Too deep in the streets, felt that pain, but it meant a lot. Whenever she calls, the what I gotta do, I'm moving with a two, I paid it out of
toys, convoys, 100 carats on my neck, my boy. That 100 bunny rabbits tryna get my boy. From the cabbage I collect, my boy. Heard you is gorillas, let me check, my boy. Say nothing silly, you regret, my boy. Cause we got banana on the my boy. And I can send it in a text, my boy. Thumbs up or the emoji with the flex, my boy. Personalize every threat, my boy. Toll free. That's direct, my boy. And if you need a couple, I'm the connect, my boy. Off the top.
I just scraped it off the top, cut it off the road, off the curve, off the block. I was already sold out of work by 10 o'clock. Too deep in the streets, felt that pain, but it meant a lot.
Ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2.
It's all right, man. Cool. I be going there like deposit. You don't really brag about it when you know you got it. Real hard to read a nigga hooked on phonics. Say a lot of things and never catch like Sonic. Zone, I'm gone. When the members on and get it going Donkey Kong. They got the hand dollar, will you give a dog a bone? I'm like, oh no, you gotta get it on your own. They get an attitude, I'm like, you better check your tone. They ain't got no job, need someone to take her home. I hop up in the car, whip like Indiana Jones. Going George Lucas, now I'm out here killing clones. Coming in strong like, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Boosted up my cardio, I used to get to run around. I've been doing this since I had to work at mama house. Tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Everybody eating, it's a party, wanna come to time. You can bring your mama, daddy, sister, and your cousin out. Everybody wanna kill the king, or you shit wanna take the crown. I can see through it like a stomach with a other sign. When I hit the gas, I be going like 100 miles. They be getting tired, running out like 100 house. All up in my business, real nose like a bloodhound. I'ma throw them off like I'm standing on a picture mound. All they do is look at Instagram while they sit around. Hate me in real life, but you liking pictures now. Oh, everybody acting different now. Finally trying to see what I be on. Got a different style, they be at the brand new when they know I've been around. Got a fake smile on your face, cause you been inclined. I can say a lot, but I'm not. Gotta keep it down, making sure nobody drown. I'm my brother, keep it now. Mike Jack hit me up and said I gotta beat it down. Turn me up when I'm on your speaker now. Cool, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Boosted up my cardio, I used to get to run around. I've been doing this since I had to work at mama house. Tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Everybody eating, it's a party, wanna come to time. You can bring your mama, daddy, sister, and your cousin out.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we got a good one here between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Denver Broncos. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And some room to roam now. There he goes, right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Well, they said they wanted to have some explosive runs. How about that one to start the game?
And I would say on the defensive sideline, there's a lot to answer for. Because you spend all week saying, stop the run. I don't care who you're playing. You don't want to get run over. You don't want to get run past. And they got both over-committing in the secondary, and he just went stepping past them and is still running, essentially.
One play, and he hits pay dirt. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their own 25-yard line. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Well, this defense for the Raiders, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. The first carry now. This is Williams. 4 yards the pickup, first down. The Broncos 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. In motion comes the tight end left. After the sack on first down, Wilson. He'll get that complete to Albert O.
Now, coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there, and how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 41. Wilson. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
14.
On 2nd down, this is Edmonds. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice, dirty run. That's a positive play for the offense.
And he will have a Broncos first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Here's Wilson. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head and not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Throwing again here, Wilson. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Once again, it's Jacobs. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
What now?
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Carr now to throw. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Here's Carr. He sets to fire deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. On play action, it's Carr. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
From the 44, Wilson. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning. 8 yards to go on 2nd down.
14.
Here's Wilson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Tim Patrick, his 1st touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Broncos are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. And he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the 1st half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now Carr. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Fights through, and now a crease. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 141 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is up to 8. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. He's got him in, complete. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one. So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. Now Wilson. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. Fielded just outside the goal line. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
And smartly going into the slide there, Wilson has enough for the first.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is first and 10 right now.
Wilson. And he rifles one incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down.
It's 3rd and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack.
Looking to throw. Wilson.
That's caught left side by Judy.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Fourth down. Here's Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Got that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Carr. And a quick throw here. That's complete.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Well, this offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10.
Now Carr. And he will find his man on the outside. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
157 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Carr now on 1st down.
He'll look to Gesicki on the out route. Ball is caught.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
On 2nd down, Jacobs.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't it?
Trying to run for it with Jacobs.
And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5.
Here's Jacobs.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Throw left side complete. That's White. Touchdown!
Zamir White from 4 yards out. And the Raiders are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Broncos 6.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. We have played 3 quarters. But we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, Charles, you remember their last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it, but you understand why they did in this close game late. He's got a man, complete. And all the way home for the Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos are able to cut into that deficit.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. They're going to try and run. And he'll get in as they're back within his score now. The lead's down to 7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each ending in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack? Or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield, a combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
A run with Jacobs there on 1st down, but he'll manage only a yard or 2 at best. 2nd down coming up.
You've got to be impressed by the defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a give to Jacobs running right. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Davante Adams, 29 yards. And the Raiders are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true. But he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now, and it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Raiders. Third touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders are on their way to a 2-0 start. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the fourth quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
Now this offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD. Trailing on the scoreboard in the last timeout on the very first play of the drive.
He's got a man, complete.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. To throw is Wilson. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Cortland Sutton, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Broncos have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. The fourth quarter touchdown there, back to a 2-score game, but time is not their ally.
No, it's not, partner. They still have a pulse, but it's probably a little weak right now. A lot of things have to go right in these final 2 minutes plus for them. I think they have to be thinking onside kick here, and we know how difficult those are to recover.
Now McManus for the extra point. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Second and 2.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. This offensive line starting to win up front. You win that battle in the trenches, you can kind of wear them down here late.
So you bring in the second part to that equation, and that's the big running back, the big bruiser, who can get more than what's blocked and break a few extra tackles and gain yardage.
White, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Carr going to look to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Well, in all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, 2-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now, the other team can pad their stats, but I don't think they're going to win.
Yeah, but still, don't change the channel just yet.
You don't see him miss too often. The ball could have slipped a little bit coming off his hand, and that's all it would take to send it high and out of bounds without a play.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. Got a man. It's Judy, complete. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. Here's Wilson to throw. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with the clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
And he will get into the end zone to cut the deficit down to 4. And a timeout is called. So now you're looking at probably just one final play from back in their own territory, and they're going to need a miracle. And it's the Raiders that'll come up with it. And that will put victory in sight for the silver and black. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make the
I told you I'd be ready. You always got excuses and you know I be on top of things. Punctual my proper name. On the dot is not your aim. Although we in love, we are not the same. I hit you on that celly. You said you needed 5, that was more than 12 ago. Claim you got your hands tied, time stuck like Velcro. Georgia Peach on east side like it's ATL. You lacking, you tripping, you slacking.